Hello everyone, people are still joining. Should we start? Raghavan?
Please wait for few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I think Pratik, we are good to go.
Okay. 26 people have joined it now. So let's begin. Uh, you are able to see the screen. Everyone is able to view the screen. Huh? Any problem with that? Okay, I assume it is clear.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So we have shared a starter file for today's presentation. Most of you may have downloaded it. In the starter file, there are three files like this. One starter file, that is a text file. We copy it in a folder, and there are two images in images folder. I've already extracted that. I'll just rename this file to main. Okay. Most of the things we have discussed last day are used in this document with some cleanup file. So there are a few sections and documentation added to this file. You may have tried to compile it and checked it. So I am starting from here. So you may have
Sir,
noticed,
yesterday I tried that one. Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Actually, yesterday I tried that image with table. So after image, one that page is going to be blank, and my table is shifting in the next page. Then how can I go for the in one page?
your table is shifting to next page.
Next page, huh?
Okay,
Means suppose there is one image,
yes,
and after image I have to include one table.
okay.
So then I'm going for the table tag, and after that it is going for after that image it is full blank, and my table is shifting to the next page.
Your table is large,
This one, no, it's small, just like this one, same.
but even though it is going to next page,
Next page, yes.
and there is space on the previous page for this table.
Huh. Space in previous page, and after that full blank. After image, all page is blank, and table is shifting to the next page.
So you have not given any clear page or new page command.
Huh.
So you can try to force the position such as this. Like we have a table, we will give it a
Okay.
optional argument in square brackets,
Um, okay.
then this exclamation mark to force our choice, and then
Okay, sir.
H for here.
Uh,
Then you can also suggest other options like top, base, bottom, or page. Like
okay,
you
sir.
want to force only these two and try to compile it. Hopefully, it will come on the same page.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
now all of you must have same starter file as I have. So there are few things I would like to discuss with you. Starting from the top, most of the packages we have already discussed last
Okay,
days.
some of the participants are not able to share screen. Uh, so please everyone pin the screen, the presentation screen. You should pin it to your screen. Please do that, everyone. Is it visible now, everyone? Mr. Chandrasekhar Rao, Chakradhar Rao. Yeah, okay.
Okay, you can pin my screen like this. Going to
Okay,
the
whoever
screen.
is not able to see, please pin. Yeah.
Okay, most of the packages that are used here we have already discussed. You may have noticed that there is one new package, hyperref. Lipsum is same as blind text. It provides us a command slash in the bracket we can give it the argument. It is exactly same as blind text. So you can remove it or use wherever you need. And there is a verbatim. So we will discuss these things. Also you can see in the first page there is a color around this URL. We will discuss it. If we go to next pages of this PDF, you can observe the size of text is changed, and this change is continued to the next at the end of the document. So the size is changed somewhere on after page 6 it is correct, page 7 is correct size, page 8 has no problem, page 10 here when we have used size command like slash tiny, slash normal, slash large, after that the size of this text has been disturbed. So we will go to the exact place where we have use those commands. So here in this part, we have used various size changing commands like tiny, small, footnote size, large, capital large, and huge. So problem is this, these commands act as declaration. So normally when we give anything like I specify large and text in, so it must affect only this part. But these commands acts as a declaration. That means anything that comes after this slash large, it will affect the whole document going so long we don't change its effect by using any other command like slash normal size, slash tiny, or something like that. So this problem can be very hard to find if you are facing something. So the best practice to avoid such errors is we just enclose this thing in a curly bracket. That means now this large will only affect in between these two curly braces. Similarly, this large will be affecting whole of the document. So to check if it is working or not, I will enclose all these things in a curly bracket like this. Now I have tried to recompile it. There is some error in it. Let me go through. Here it is giving me error because I have ended this section here, and after this two lines I have given a line change command, that is double slash. So this will always give us error when we have closed a paragraph and we try to create a new line there. So new line cannot be created after a paragraph in this way. Again something is missing. File end while scanning use of slash right. There must have been some error. Let me check it. I just clear this thing. This extra line change. So now after removing all the line change sign, our text is back in normal size. So this problem usually interferes with whole
Mr.
document.
Pratik,
Yes, yes, Raghavan.
actually, please once uh, stop presenting, then again represent your screen. Because some of the participants are not able to see. Actually, many are there. So, okay, now present again. So the screen will automatically be visible to everyone. Yeah.
Is it good?
Yes.
Okay. So what we have done is,
Now it is clear.
okay. So what we have done is, we have enclosed these things inside a curly bracket environment. So its effect will not affect after the end of this curly brace. Likewise, there are few commands like we want to center this section. So we can give a command like slash centering. Centering is used to center the text. This command is a declaration. So writing this once it has affected our whole document from this point, and all of the text is changed. Alignment has been disturbed. So to stop these things, we must enclose it inside a curly bracket. Suppose I want to center only this much part of text. So best practice is to enclose this centering inside a curly bracket. So its effect cannot be applied after this curly brace. Now our text after that curly brace is as it is, and the first part is aligned in center. We can also change alignment to left or right using command ragged right or ragged left. This is same as left alignment or right alignment. So normally we don't use these commands to change alignment of the text document, but sometimes we need to change the alignment inside table. Then we can use commands like this, ragged right and ragged left. After that, we can see this document has various sections, subsections, titles, tables, and figures. So when we are writing a document, there are very basic necessities. The document must have a title, who is the author of document, and after that table of contents, then list of figure and list of tables in our document. So these things can be easily done, first starting with title. So for title, in the preamble section before begin document, we give a command slash title and give our title for the document, demo title, or let's say webinar on LaTeX. After that, I will give a command for author and name of author or presenter. So writing these things will not affect our document in any way. We can compile it and we will see no effect has been made here. To actually use this title and author in our document, we need another command. In the beginning of our document, we use slash make title. So this command will use the title provided and author name provided and create a title for us. It has already taken date itself. After that, sometimes we want to change this section to go on next page. So to force this thing, we can use a command slash new page. Using this command, force the text after this command to go on next page. So rest of this section is cleared and our installation section is shifted to next page. So for making table of contents, list of figure and list of table, we only need a single line command, that is slash table of contents without any spaces. I have compiled it. Actually, I have given it after this author in the preamble section. I need to place it in the document section after begin document. So I will write it after make title and compile it. So I have compiled it using PDF LaTeX only once, and I have got a table of contents, but there is no content, no list here. Okay, next page section is started, but here under contents nothing is there. So we have to recompile it. That means we need to compile using PDF LaTeX 2 times. So when we compile it again, it will give us list of contents in properly formatted manner with page numbering. So it is as simple as writing slash table of contents. After that, sometimes we need to use list of figures and list of tables. So we will use slash list of figures, and next command is list of tables. Compile it. Again, compiling it for one time will only give us the heading list of figure, list of table. So we need to compile it twice. So after compiling, we have gotten is list of figures, list of tables with their corresponding page number. We can check it by clicking. Suppose I am clicking on third figure and it is saying it is on page number 11. When I click it, it take me to exact that page. This is very helpful when we change our figures from one point to other, to different pages, to different sections, page numbering and figure numbering, everything is changed, but our table of contents is always updated. We just need to recompile it twice with PDF LaTeX. So here we can see this is coming after table of contents, list of figure, list of table. So to shift it to on next page, we use command slash new page. And we also move this to next page. So now we can see our document is ready. We have title, table of contents, list of figure, list of table, and our document is starting from as we have written earlier. Just I will give a new page after make title to shift table of contents on next page and recompile it. Okay, you might have noticed at this point that our table is looking little ugly because there are red color borders at these points, and these points are actually hyperlinks that are taking to exact page when we click on it. So our PDF is we can go to exact page in our listing is always working. But this red border around table of contents is not looking good. Also, in the first line of first section, we have used a URL and it is also having a border. So this hyperlink is, this function is coming because we are using a package named hyperref. So we will take this hyperref out of this use package and we will use it again as use package hyperref. So we can use multiple package also by separating with comma, or we can individually load each one after using use package command. So we have taken it out because we want to give some extra arguments to this hyperref package. So first thing is we don't want this border around this text. That can be done easily by giving a argument link colors, that is color links equals to true, and if we recompile it, now the border has been removed and links have been colored. Going to index, our index, the border has been removed and now the text is in red color. It is even more ugly. So that can be done, changed by using second argument, that is link color. So we can specify the color of link using this argument. So link color we can change as blue, black, red, or anything. Suppose for test we will write it blue and compile it. So now all the links have been changed to blue color. So we can make it better by changing it to black. Now this look much better than before. Next, when go to this section first, here there is a link. It is still in magenta or pink color. Just go to this thing. We have used a /URL command here. So the URLs can be hyperlinked if we use /URL. Inside that we give the web page address. So this link is clickable and it has been colored pink to notify the difference. But we don't want this pink color. So to remove this, using the same hyperref package, we give it another argument, that is URL color. So now our URL has been changed to black color. You need to be careful that this hyperref package must be loaded at the last. This must be loaded after everything in the preamble has been written. This must be last thing that it is compiling. So if we are using hyperref package as a first package, like just after this document class, so hyperref package will do everything hyperlinking and searching, and after that these package will alter, then we will be document will have wrong links. When we click on this, the document will be pointing to wrong places. So this package must always be last to be loaded in our document. Another thing we can use is we will use a package to change the color of text in our document. So that package is Xcolors. This package provides us few commands that can be used when we are submitting a review of our manuscript and we have to color certain changes in our document. So the command to change color is, I just remove this extra curly braces. Suppose I want to change the color of this part of document. So I have loaded Xcolor package, and then I will write a command /text color. In the first curly bracket, we have to specify the color we want to change. So let's say I want to change it to green, and then start a curly bracket and close the text that we want to change. Now this text is changed to green color. So this is sometimes useful. We can also change it to blue, or various other colors can also be used. This is a link, and our hyperref package has specified to show it as black. So this part has not been changed. Rest of the text has been changed to blue color. So try to do this thing and we will continue. Any problem so far? This text color is provided by package Xcolor. The URL command is provided by hyperref package. So at this point our document has most of the things that are required by any document. The only thing remaining in this document is bibliography, reference or citations. So to do that, we need to create a web file. So let's go to online to download some of the papers and how we can cite them. So I will go to scholar.google.com. We will try to find few randomly some papers and we will try to cite them in our document. I'm going to search something like I'm searching violations and network related papers. So here in all of you must have used these things. Here the first code is for cite. So Scholar is already providing us option to cite this thing. It provides us various formattings: MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, Vancouver, but we are using LaTeX, so we need to go to this BibTeX. We will be using BibTeX file. So click on it. It will give us a simple entry like this. We will copy it. We create a new file and paste it in it. So what we are getting here is at book. It is specified that the document we have clicked is a book. Then the first part in this curly brace, this book starts here and end here. So the first entry, this call away 2003 wireless, is the key. We can change this key to key 1 for simplicity of our use. Rest of the things must not be changed. These are fixed. So suppose download few other things. We will only go to LaTeX. Now this entry we are pasting here. This entry starts with at article. It tells LaTeX that it is a article that has been published in a journal. So there are various types in proceedings, miscellaneous, and other things you will encounter, but you don't need to worry about that. We just need to change this thing. You can also use this complete thing, but for simplicity we can change it so we can use it easily. Key 2. Only this thing can be changed, nothing else can be changed in this thing. So I have saved two things. Let's add one more from this list, like this. All the publishers are providing this BibTeX entry. Like if we go to IEEE Explorer, I think internet is little slow. I just search something related to WSN.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So suppose I have my own paper and I have to cite it in my next paper,
Okay.
another paper.
Okay.
So then how can I put it that thing? Because you are getting all the things in net. This article and title, author, all thing is we are searching in net.
Yes.
Suppose I have in my laptop
Okay.
any paper, then how can I go for find out these details?
Just a
And
second.
net is not working then.
Okay, what you can do is you need to search the format. You can see you have one format. This is the article. You can change
Hmm.
the entry here by your title. Then author
Okay,
can
sir.
also be changed by your author and co-authors. Journals can be
Okay,
changed,
sir.
volume and
Hmm.
everything. But it is a very complex task that you cannot remember all these things. So best practice is
That is the thing, sir.
to go
Hmm.
online where your paper is
Uh,
published, and after going
uh.
to that, download it from there. So
Actually,
everything.
my friend's paper is not on till now not published,
Okay.
but I want to include in my paper.
Okay. So you can manually create these
So
entries.
okay,
There is nothing special. There is title and equal to,
okay,
and this is enclosed in curly brace. After this entry is end,
mm-hmm.
we have a comma. In the next line,
Okay,
author equals to, enclosed in
mm-hmm.
curly braces, you have author, and
Mm-hmm.
each author is separated with n.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
There is nothing much complex. So suppose we have opened this paper, which one is appearing here, and we need to cite this one. So here on the top, it is telling cite this. I click on it, and it is also providing a web text entry. Clicking on it, it is giving us in proceedings, then this paper might be in a conference present. We copy it and paste it in our document. So here you can see formatting is, here there is no spaces and here it is space. So we can simply change like this after each entry, but we do not need to worry about such things. LaTeX will already search. The only important thing is we need to know key. So this number is hard to remember, so I will change it key 4, and this another to key 3. Sometimes name is easy to remember, sometimes like this. So for simplicity, I have changed it. So next thing is how we are going to save this. So default is text, but these are web text entries. These must be changed. The extension is .bib. So we need to save this thing with the extension .bib. For simplicity, rename it as references.bib. And I have enclosed it in inverted quotes, so it will force to save it in .bib extension.
सर थोड़ा स्लो कीजिए ना, हम लोग नहीं कर पा रहे हैं.
Okay, I will give you time to do it.
Okay sir, okay
Okay,
sir.
what I have done is I have copied few entries from internet of various articles. I have changed first parameter, that is key, only for my simplicity. You can keep as it is. I have changed it key 1, key 2, key 3, so that I can easily remember these things. And for saving this thing, I have to save it as bib file. So I have saved it here, reference.bib. But what you can see is this file is still saved as .text. So we need to change this by renaming it and remove .text extension and only leaving .bib. So complete name is reference.bib. It is asking for confirmation. I said yes. It is not saving because it is already open in this. So I will close this thing first. Reference.bib. These files can be created using any notepad or text editor. You don't always need to use TextLive. So it can be opened with any simple text editing software. I have used Notepad++. So by default I can start writing in this thing. Only thing that you need to remember is you need to save it as .bib file. I open it and keep it at the side. Now suppose we need to use these references in their formattings. So usually references are placed at the end of document. So to use all these references, first thing is we need to cite these things in our document. So for simplicity, I am citing all these things in the last paragraph here. So we can view it. And the command to cite this thing is /cite. I will write it at the line /cite starting with curly brace. Now this curly brace, we need to tell the key which paper we want to cite here. Suppose I want to cite this first paper, so I will enter key 1 here. Similarly, to cite paper 2, I need to use key 2. These things can be placed anywhere in the document. I am randomly placing these things in few after few lines. So I have used all these. Let's just leave third. So we see we have used only key 1, key 2 and key 4. So we have in our document we have used key 1, key 2 and key 4. We have not used this key 3. Another thing we need to do is, now this is only citation part. We need to specify LaTeX to use this reference file and style of reference. So that can be done with slash bibliography style. Bibliography style. There is no space. Bibliography style. It's easy to remember. And in this, we will tell the style of bibliography. So for simplicity, I will just write here plain. Plain bibliography, no special things. Then I need to print bibliography and tell where our references are stored. So our references are stored in same folder where the main text is, in the file name reference.bib. So next command is bibliography, and in this bracket I will specify the name of this bib file, that is references. Sometimes you need to specify .bib, sometimes it already search bib file. So now next thing is compilation. This much everyone has done. Please make sure that you have done this much. I will just wait here. I'll just create these files in 2 minutes and we will continue, because next one is very important. At this point we have created a reference.bib file. We have copied entries from various papers and we have changed key to key 1, key 2, key 3, key 4. First entry of each reference web text file. After that we have used site and key name in different places in our document. And then we have used command bibliography style and given a style plain, and then we have specified is main document to find for this reference.bib file using command slash bibliography reference. So this bibliography command will search this file and also print the references at this place. So now the compilation process. So we need to compile it with two different compilers. Here in this drop down, up till this point we have used only PDF LaTeX. So for bibliography we need to use this BibTeX compiler also. So the sequence is like this. First we need to use PDF LaTeX, then second times we need to use BibTeX, then third times we need to use PDF LaTeX, and then fourth times we need to use again PDF LaTeX. So this sequence is very important. We need to follow this. What this is doing is, when we compile it first times, it will search for all the side commands in our document and make a list of them. Then we will use second BibTeX. Then BibTeX will search our reference file and make all the used keys in proper format. So let's just do these things and go how our document is changing. I'm compiling first times with PDF LaTeX. So after compilation, you can see that we are getting question marks in square brackets at the end. After here, these two keys have been replaced with square brackets and question mark. Here, another question mark. So this is nothing. This is not done anything else. So at this point, PDF LaTeX has such that we have used these cite keys. So something must be cited at this point, but it don't know what it needs to be, what number should come here or what name should come here. So next we need to compile with WebText. So we will change our compiler to WebText and compile it again. So it has done nothing. Nothing can be changed here. What here? We will go back to PDF LaTeX for the third time, and this time when we compile it, we have our references. We have 3 references. They are numbered properly in the order they have been cited in this paper. But in the text, we are still getting question marks. So which number should go there will be updated when we run this PDF LaTeX for the 4th time. So this has been changed. So now at this point you can see that it is again green in color. So I recommend you to find how you can change this thing to black in the HyperRef package. So this HyperRef package is very special package. Very different kind of things can be done on this PDF. So going back to our reference section, we see everything has been cited properly and references are formatted uniformly. Each book has been referenced, each conference has been referenced, and journal has been referenced in their own way. If you changed, now if you want to add, remember we have left our key 3 and we have not cited it. Now let's cite it back. We can also do it as comma 4 comma 2. This thing can also be used. So it will cite in same square bracket, but this formatting is changed based on the journal recommendation or article class that we have used. So if we use it, we have to go through again this sequence, first PDF LaTeX, WebText, and 2 times again PDF LaTeX. Here we are getting 3 question marks. So we can see there is some problem that the site key 3, oh, I have missed key here. I've written only key, so this is not changing anyway. Here LaTeX is searching for site 3, site 4 and site 3, and there is nothing like 3, 4, 2 in our document. That's why we are getting this error. So I must correct myself. Key. So I need to follow this exact same process. Okay, now everything is updated and we are getting proper three references in one square bracket 3 comma 4 comma 1 and references 4 as we have used in this document. Any query related to this?
Sir, why it is in descending order means second number reference is coming first, and then followed by after two it is coming one means ulta aa raha
Here at this point,
suppose key one is my one paper and key two is my another paper.
okay,
So where suppose I have written side and it is showing two then one.
like here 2 and 1.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Means in my whenever I'm currently I'm also doing this thing.
okay,
So my second paper is coming first, and second is coming first is coming second.
okay,
Means sequence is changed.
okay, okay,
I have currently I'm using only two reference paper,
okay,
so sequence is changed.
okay. First thing is when we have used a plane. So
Hmm.
according to the definition in this, the links citation have been shorted. And another thing is I have used first reference key 4 here in from the top. I have used cited key 4 first. Okay,
Hmm.
where is this key 4? Key 4 is dot m within, but
No, I have already written sir site slash site, then curly braces start key one,
okay,
and next line site key two,
okay,
and then only bibliography plane and bibliography reference. I have written only phone line,
okay,
and then after that, well, when I'm going to run this only four line,
mm-hmm.
so it is showing that my second paper from that bibliography reference page, that is in second one is showing here first, and first one is showing second.
Okay. In your bib file, uh,
Huh.
which order have you followed?
I am following means in bib file first paper is showing here second, and second one is showing a first.
Okay, there are various sorting algorithms. You can try to shuffle the position of this entries in your bib file to change the sorting. Or other than that, it is not necessary to change sorting because it is defined by the journals how the sorting is done. So sometimes this
No,
sorting is done with
because in one paper I have seen they are going for the year wisely.
okay, that's why.
So my second paper is coming in 2019, and first paper is 2020.
Yeah, they
So,
okay.
but it is going to be swapped.
Actually, I cannot help you without seeing the exact web file. But listen me here that there are various
Hmm.
sorting algorithms that this plane is using. So sometime it is using the order that we have specified in this reference file. Other times it is
No, no.
using author name.
Whenever I'm going for actually just now I started a new dot text file
Okay,
text in text block.
okay,
Then I have written only four line
okay,
slash site key one set slide key two
okay,
bibliography plane and bibliography reference.
okay,
Ref is my bib file name.
okay.
And after in bib file I have included only two paper,
Hmm.
that is key one and key two. As you had told me to change that key,
Okay,
so I have changed key one and key two.
okay,
And then when I'm running this file, so it is showing my second paper is coming first here, and first paper is coming in second reference. Hello.
you should mail me your file and I will personally respond you back. Okay.
Okay, sir. I will do.
Because without seeing exact web file, I cannot explain it. and it is taking too much time.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, so
Okay, sir.
uh, one thing I would like to add that you don't need to care about these things. This things is already taken care by publisher. You just need to specify the format things. So as we see, I have specified plain here, and these things can be changed to various styles like alpha, numbers, and we will be discussing IEEE templates. Then we can change it to IEEE tran and various other styles, and in each style these things are defined already, so you don't need to worry about sorting algorithms. So now at this point our document is complete. Any problem related to these things? We have our title, we have references. You can start references on next page. We can do various other things. So as we have already seen on the first day, we can change formatting of this document in 2 column, orientation by portrait or landscape, and our document formatting has been completely changed. To cite more than 100 papers, is there any command? Okay, this is very useful sometimes. Like if you need, you have a very long list of these references. Normally it is required that each reference you cite must be used in document, must be cited somewhere. Suppose you are using citing reference 1 at the end, and it must appear somewhere in your document from starting to the end. But sometimes for special cases you might not have cited it between the text of the document, but you want in the end to appear it as bibliography, that all the references that you have studied or read must be printed without citing it in the document. So that can be done using a command /cite no cite, and in the key we will give star. So even if we remove these cites here from our document, we will have not cited anything. Even after using this no cite star command, all the entries in this web file will be printed. Yes, you can use Mendeley in LaTeX. To use Mendeley, it's very easy.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
If we are referencing multiple references at one time, suppose we have 3 references and we have to refer at one place,
Okay.
2 to 4,
Okay.
then we that the references at the in the text should appear as 2-4,
Okay.
not as 2, 3. Then how to write the references?
Okay. Generally, this is defined by the journal that you are using. We need to use same command /site. In the bracket, you need to specify all the keys like key 1, key 2, key 3 in the same sequence. Key 3, something like that. You can repeat it. All the keys must be there. And based on the number of entries and their arrangement or like listing in the end, these entries will be grouped. So some journals suggest grouping, some don't suggest grouping. So you don't need to force it to group. You just use this command, and if it is best according to the journal, it will already be in a group.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so someone was asking how can we use this Mendeley. So there is a Mendeley software. Suppose I have a publication here and I want to cite any of this paper. So right click on it and we have option to export citation. So here copy as WebText entry. So this will give us directly the WebText entry. Copy WebText entry and it can be directly pasted anywhere as a new entry. Sometimes you will face some problem when using entries from WebText. So I recommend you to remove few entries from this, that is this file. This file is actual location of PDF on your system. You must remove this entry completely. When you are using Mendeley, this Mendeley group is also not required. So you should also remove this. Now you are good to go. So I have added this new entry. Let me add a few more entry in this. I have added two new entry in this web file. I have saved it and I have not cited anything in my document. I have removed all the cite commands from the document. But I have included this no cite star at the end. So this will cite all the keys that are, all the references that are stored in this WebText database. So I just compile it and we will check the change at the last page. Earlier there are only 4 references. Okay, here it's a error, new block etdc. You need to go through because we have copied it from Mendeley. Okay, I have not removed these things and these things are creating error. So such things will happen when you use Mendeley. So I recommend you to remove file entry and Mendeley group entry from this WebText. Other than that, one thing you can see here is this title of document has a colon here. So this colon is causing problem. So we can change it using slash colon in a bracket. Another problem that I need to tell you is after this compilation, there are various files that are stored, like TOC's table of contents, LOT's list of tables, and LOF's list of figures. There is a BBL file for bibliography, bib file we have created. So sometimes LaTeX do not compile if it find these files already stored on your system, and it creates problems and errors that we are changing our document here, but changes are not reflected in the PDF. So you need to manually delete these auxiliary files. So we can do that directly by going to File menu and going to Remove aux files. It will remove all the auxiliary files: aux, big, lof, log, lot, out, and toc. So it has removed all the extra intermediate files that compiling this thing has created. I just removed
So
this.
please,
Yes,
can
please.
you please repeat the last part, how to remove the auxiliary files?
Okay. You can manually delete all the extra files, or you can go to this File tab, and in the File menu, this is second last option, Remove aux files. So when you click on it, it will ask you a confirmation. There are no auxiliary files because I have already deleted. So with this option, you can delete all the auxiliary files. So it will refresh everything, and you can start fresh compilation.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. This citation is still creating problems, so I just delete it. Remove auxiliary files and recompiling it. It's still stored somewhere. Okay, it is not deleting the BBL file. You can see this BBL file is not listed in this command. That is creating problem. This deleting everything, I deleted. Everything is deleted. But in this folder, this BBL file is not deleted. That was creating problem earlier. So I need to manually delete it. Now let's try recompiling it again. Okay, it has compiled successfully, and it has 5 references now. So we have not cited these references anywhere, but by using this command, no cite star, it has been printed here. So for references, you have to use only these 3 things: no cite star, the style of bibliography, and name of LaTeX files specified in /bibliography command. If you cite it, you need to use cite and the key at proper place. So at this point, our document is ready, and it can be converted to any other manuscript style using any journal template. So we will go at the starting of this document, and when we are submitting any paper to any journal, we don't need this list, table of contents or list of figures. So we will remove such things, and we don't add any new pages in between. So I have deleted. Let's just comment these things. I have commented these things. Now we have specified the optional argument landscape and two column mode. So just remove these things to make it default, and let's try to convert our whole document into IEEE transaction style. So for that, we only need to change one thing in this document, that is this document class. So for that, we will change here as IEEE TRAN, and if we compile it again, everything will be converted into IEEE transaction format. Now you can see our title is there, author names are here, sections are starting like this. We have changed our complete document by changing just one word into IEEE transaction format with references properly arranged. One more thing that you need to change here is style of these references. By default, it is similar to IEEE transaction style, but when you are using IEEE transaction, then you should also change the style to IEEE tran. It will change some italics and bold thing that are specified in their recommendation. Rest everything is same that we have done earlier. Okay, now this is a transaction format, or you can say it is a journal format. So if you specify optional argument here as journal, it will not change much, but you can change it as conference. I have given a optional argument as conference. Let's see how it will affect our document. It has not changed anything. So for this, we need to go to some extra things that are specified by IEEE. So I have downloaded a template, and we need to read the recommendation. So these are the files IEEE has provided, IEEE trans CLS. So this CLS file is already installed when we have installed TextLive. So this is optional. This is instructions how we can use it. Transaction class. There we have detailed documentation what changes are required when we are using IEEE transaction. So they are specifying here. You can specify optional command 9 point and tech node. Other font size that you can specify is 11 point, 12 point. There are drafts, draft CLS, final, that can be also given as optional component. Conference, journal, tech node, peer review, these things can also be changed. So when I have changed here conference, it has changed something, but we have not been able to see what change it has made, because we have given author as this. This is a single author, and we have only given single author here. So the only thing that is changed in conference class is placement of this author. So we need to read this block, author block, and we need to change it. Another thing that is missing from this document is abstract and keyword. So we need to read how we can specify abstract and keyword, especially for this IEEE transaction clause. So that is also given somewhere in this instruction PDF. Just search it for here, abstract. Here, this is the abstract environment. So they have specified it. We have to start with begin abstract and end abstract. And for keywords, we have to use IEEE keywords. Inside that, we will specify our keywords and end this keywords. So just copy these things from here and paste it in the document. So these things should not be learned or remembered, because each journal will provide a different kind of a structure. So you need to read that. Suppose the ELS article provided differently. So just follow these things. We will complete the IEEE, then we will go to some different journal style. So after this begin document, here before make title, let's just define this abstract and keywords. So I will use some blind text here. For keyword, I will leave whatever they have provided. So begin IEEE keyword, then our keywords, and IEEE keyword. And abstract is stored in begin abstract and end abstract. So when we compile it, the abstract should be in proper position. So here we can see our abstract and index is properly printed. But where is our title? Our title is shifted to next page, and it is starting on next page. So what we can do is we need to move these things after title. Now going to first page, it is showing title, author name, and abstract. So one more thing that you need to study from this PDF is how you can specify various numbers of authors in your paper, their email, their institute address, and address. We need to find where is author block stored here. Okay, IEEE author. Okay, it's taking time, so I will just show you from one of my documents to speed it up. Okay, this is a ALS article class. Okay, this is an old document. I have used IEEE transaction class. From here, we can copy the author block. It's also not there. Let me close this. Okay, we can get it here in the template file. Okay, this is good. In the template folder, they have already provided us with this template and they have defined this author. So you need to copy the exact block and change the value according to your paper. So this is a kind of tedious task. You have to study for each journal individually. So ELS article will define it differently and Springer has defined it differently. So this part you have to read for your own journal. So without going into it, I just quickly show you how I can change our same document into elsewhere style. So for that we just need to change here ELS article and we will remove this optional command here. The abstract part might create some problem here. Okay, this is error because we have changed our class but we are using old IEEE style keywords here. So we need to change these keywords to simple keyword environment and let's check if it work here or it still gives us error. So you cannot learn all these things because each journal changes its style. So keyword is also not defined here. I just remove this thing completely. Some journals specify abstract as /abstract and inside that you have to specify. Now here you can see we have our title, double lines for abstract and rest of our document with different margins on this page. So where is this abstract thing gone? So here in this ELS article thing, we need to specify our abstract before make title. We need to specify or tell abstract before make title can be used. So now this make title has used this abstract and placed it here. So this is the only thing that you need to read from different journals to convert your paper if you need to switch your paper from one journal to another. So in the same way, you can specify here conference, draft, and other things. So I can show you. Here I have downloaded a ELS article template, and in this template, only these things need to be changed. So this is a complete template and guidelines how you can change different sections. References are also formatted differently. So we will see what reference class they have used by going to ELS template text file. So this file is used to generate this complete help file. So by going to end of this document, we can see they have used bibliography. They have written heading using section, and in the top of the document they must have specified bibliography style. So they have specified it in the beginning, bibliography style ELS article slash num. This is for numbering using ELS article. So in our document, we are still using old IEEE transaction style for bibliography. We have changed our document class, but we are still using bibliography style IEEE tran. So we need to change this thing. This can be done by changing this to ELS article slash num. And we need to repeat the process one time PDF LaTeX, then BibTeX, then again two times PDF LaTeX to completely change this reference style. So now our references are changed little bit according to elsewhere ELS article style. The formatting is also changed. If we cite it here, like we cannot see how the citation has been changed. So quickly just add a cite here. Cite key 1, key 2, it is still using same old style. Now it is grouped. So someone was asking how we can group these things or add dashes. So this is defined in this ELS article class. So you don't need to worry about such grouping. In the same way, you can specify two column option. You can change the dimension of this page using full package or geometry package. But when submitting your papers, we do not recommend to change the layout of the manuscript. Can we save this in Word document? No, you cannot save it in Word directly. You can use Pandoc. There is a software named Pandoc. You can try it, but it is not equivalent to converting. So in a simple way, I can say you cannot convert it to Word. Yeah, if you are using EndNote, then the process is same. In the same way, you just need to copy the WebText files from EndNote also.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, please.
Sir, I am using Origin software for graphs.
Okay.
So how can we insert the graphs from Origin file as an Origin file in our document?
Actually, I have not used Origin, but I'm sure you can export your figures into EPS format or PDF format. Is it possible for you?
Yes,
Sir,
actually, in Origin, let me interrupt. In Origin, you can export your figure in whatever extension you want. But it is suggested that you should export it in EPS format actually,
okay.
and that can be imported in the LaTeX as already told.
Okay, sir. Okay.
EPS file, PDF file, PNG file. These are best file to you we use in LaTeX. You
Sir,
can
I
use
have
PDF
more
files. Yes, what you are saying?
sir, another one query is if we are going to write a thesis
Okay.
or dissertation,
Okay.
so is there a format available for writing the dissertation as journal articles have some format available, but thesis, is there any format kind of things are available for thesis writing?
Actually, you can change this class to book, and after changing this, it will give you a layout of book. So you need to make the front page and abstract page, then the acknowledgement page in the starting, and rest thing is same as in this document.
Thank you, sir.
So sometimes your universities also provide template for these things, but cannot say that each university is providing such things.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
How to change orientation of particular page of whole document? Normally it is not required. You can try a fancy header page or geometry page to change the style of page. There are packages like geometry, fancy header, fancy header. You can try such things to change the layout and orientation of page. So the command will be used is slash this page and do whatever you want and specify the styling options. So you need to read from fancy header and geometry packages. Can we set inner and outer margins for odd page and even page? Yeah, you can do that. There is a package for that that is called comma options. You can search comma script to change uh, layout for even and odd pages. So one thing you can do is you just change this class to book, and in the book specify two-sided two-side layout. So it will change the layout of document in odd and even page. So even page has different layout, odd page has different layout. There's error because book don't know what this big and abstract is. I need to comment it. So we are there that the book you can specify option two side. So even and odd page have different margins, and then you can use comma script to change margin of even and odd pages, and binding correction that sometimes is required when you are writing thesis. So you need to change margin at one side. So the margin is changed slightly for even and odd pages. You can see one page has margin more in the this part, and the next page has margin stash in other part. Actually, for this, the main text is same. You just need to change a few things like this class here, and at the end you need to change reference style. And another thing that you need to change is author block and abstract block. These things are individual for each publishing house. And you can say under each publishing house you have to read the documentation of individual journal. So it is not always same for each journal. Even in IEEE transaction class, there is Tran class can be used to prepare document, but each of the journal use their different coloring and formatting options. Any more questions regarding this we can discuss now? Any queries regarding these things we can discuss?
Hello,
Yes.
sir. If I use the else article template, then I have to add the any package external package, or it will automatically take the same automatically take the package all the package
Which class you have used?
else article.
ELS articles. So
Yes.
actually you have to specify these packages if you are using something. uh, Thing is that some journals already include few packages, and that you don't need to include, like this AMS math package. It has already been included in ELS articles. That means they have already imported it, so you don't need to re-import it. And even if you re-import it, then it will not create any error. So the thing is that they know you have to write maths, so they have already included it, so you don't have to do it. But the best practice is, if you are using math and you don't know whether your journal is including that package, then you should use it in preamble.
Thank you.
Any more questions we can take? We still have too much time.
So reference should be changed in APA format. Then how can I will change?
APA format you can do. Let's see if I
Just like in APA, we have a small bracket and year and author name.
okay. uh,
So how can I? Because till now we have included in square bracket,
okay.
and number is that inside we have to reference like there.
Okay, well, I have not used APA style, but let's just search if this APA will work. So to test it, I just remove all the previous auxiliary files and the bib file
Okay, sir.
we have created. So let me go to the folder and delete the BBL file also. So I am trying just this writing here APA. If it compiles, then it is good. Otherwise we need to do a Google search. Then what is the bibliography style for APA style?
Sir, in APA we have author name and year.
Okay, if it is there listed, then it will already do. I'm not sure if it is correct.
Okay.
Let me go to Google and search. uh, Here we can write bibliography style for APA, and you should find it. Otherwise, if you have a journal that use APA formatting, then it must already been listed in that.
Sir,
Uh,
in IGI Global they are referring this thing.
okay, here on the web page I have seen it. They have used APA site. So let's just change it here as APA site. and try to recompile it. You can read this article. I am sharing the link in chat box. So most of the things can be
Okay,
easily
sir.
searched, and you should download the template of the journal you are working with. So they have specified few restrictions and other things. So it is still giving some error. So I'm sharing the link in the chat box. Just go through it. If you still face problem, you can write me later, and we will discuss this problem with you. But okay, anything else? I just retry this by removing all the things again and deleting the BBL file. I think these are the things I would like to share and with you. So if you face any problems, you can still write to me later in the chat group. We will try to answer those questions. Recording will be provided to you. It's still not working, so you need to search it how we can work around. Okay. On the net they are showing plain web. It's not working. Okay, you need to use a package also, that is API side. Then it will work. Okay. Is this clear to you now? We need to use this API side package in the preamble. Then this formatting will
Okay, sir.
work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can try to recompile it, and
Okay,
it
sir.
should work for you without error.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Any other participants? If you have any doubt, please ask.
Sir,
Yes, Amadip.
I have one question.
Yes, please.
Uh, Sir, when it, the mathematical symbol with superscript and subscripts, suppose I am writing n raised to power k, and in subscript I am writing b comma k.
Let me write it first.
Single equation I am writing subscript type.
Can you type it in chat box?
Sir, mathematical equation I'm not able to type here.
Uh,
But I'm just asking a question that when we are typing the superscript as well as subscript in the equation,
okay.
then if we have more than one subscript like b comma k, then how to write that equation?
B comma K. Suppose like I have to write B or raised to power of 2, and in subscript there is something.
There's superscript or subscript, two type of subscript, 2 comma 4. Then how to write n comma k?
Or like in subscript there is also a subscript.
No, not a subscript. There is subscript that is n comma k or n comma m. Then how to write n comma m in the subscript or
Uh,
superscript?
okay. So that can be done by grouping these things. Start a curly brace and then group it like this. So n comma a you are saying, n comma a, something like this. So if you are doing this, then it will be printed like Okay, this is very common problem that you will face, that earlier errors are stored in the same folder. So you need to delete these files manually. So it is pretty annoying sometimes, but you need to do it manually. So for a fresh start. So where is our equation? At the end, b comma. You want something like this? Can you say it? P raised to the power 2 n comma 2. Is this clear or
Yes, yes, sir.
okay?
Fine.
Okay, one more thing that you might need sometimes is if we want to print parentheses, brackets. So to print these brackets, this bracket can directly be printed like this. And suppose we have different brackets like curly braces. So each braces must be ended. And if we need to print this curly brace, we need to use slash closing bracket and slash starting curly brace. So then this curly brace will be printed here. So here I would like to demonstrate one thing that is very important. Suppose I have an equation and these brackets are inside that. So this is looking like this. This is good. Now suppose I add some fraction in this part equals to slash a comma b. So a upon b should be printed. But now the size of this bracket is not correct. So we can see the bracket is printed, but the size is not good. So this thing can be corrected by using left and right option. So for left curly brace, we will use slash left and then curly brace start. For simple bracket, we will use slash left bracket. So in this way, when we will do, then the bracket will automatically enlarge to fill the contents inside these things. So just to use this, so we have used this. Here we write slash left, and for right bracket we will use slash right. So each of this must be balanced in every equation and document, that if we have started a left bracket, then we need to write a closing right bracket. If we recompile it, then this curly bracket will be enlarged to cover this fraction. So now you can see this is much better, and the same thing can be done for inner bracket. Let's type here slash left and here slash right. Similar thing will follow for all the square brackets and various different kinds of symbols. Suppose like we need a left ceiling, and for right we will use a right ceiling. We can do this. One more thing that will be important, that is plus minus sign. So it can be printed by using a slash l eq less than equal to b. Similarly, there are different signs we need to use, that is leq, neq, geq. These are for less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to, and sometimes we need to use plus minus sign. For that we use slash pm And similarly, other math symbols can be printed. So this software is really an enormous software. /pm is giving me error. Just remove this thing. Okay, I have written wrongly EQ. Okay, this will again give error. PM for plus minus, GEQ for greater than equal to, NEQ for not equal to, and again I am getting some error. Okay, this thing has been stored in this auxiliary file, so again I have to delete everything and restart it. So at the end we will share a manual of this LaTeX, and you can find various math symbols in the file.
Sir, A1 square plus B1 square.
Okay.
Means there is superscripts and subscript both is in one equation. Then how can we do it?
A1 square and B1 square.
A1 square plus B1 square.
Let me try. A is in, and 1 is in subscript.
Yeah, and square is in top.
A1 square. Okay, so you can do it like this: A1 square plus B1 square.
I tried, but it is not. Actually, I don't.
It is giving some error, or it is printing like this. Is this the thing you wanted?
Actually, I missed that dollar. I've made it. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, right. So, which is best to write articles? Actually, as the size of articles is increased, and you are using cross-referencing like bibliography, and you are referencing sections and figures in your document, then LaTeX is really very helpful. So at the beginning, LaTeX might take some extra time, but after you have written a document and someone has written a same document in Word, and you need to change the article class. Suppose I have started for IEEE and somehow I need to change it to ELS articles or Springer format. Then the time that it will save you is cannot be compared with the MS Word. So in one instant, it is uh, like a big advantage of LaTeX. Suppose you need to remove figure 1 from your document, and you have 12 figures, 13 figures in your complete document. So by removing just one figure from a document, wherever you have referenced that figures, all the numberings need to be changed. Then sectioning might be affected. So all this thing in Word will can take eternity. So if you're writing a thesis in Word, then changing single reference will take you hours and hours of work. So certainly it is not easy to start, and it is quite horrible. There are errors that we still struggle to go around. So it is not easy, but once you get the hang of it, there's nothing better than this. So this file I will be sharing with you, and you can go through various commands and packages used. If you face any problem in recreating these things, you can write to us, and we will discuss in chat group. So that's it from my side. Raghavan, should we close the session?
Yes, yes. Anybody has any doubts? If you have, please ask. Or we can close the session now. If you have any doubts, please ask. The recording will be provided to you as soon as possible, and the certificates will be provided to you by Thursday. So, yeah. So, okay, I don't think any doubt left. And if you have any doubts, you can ask in the group.
You
In
can
the
also
WhatsApp
give
group,
us
you can
feedback how we can improve in future.
yeah,
And
I will be sharing the feedback link. So you please fill it out.
how can we improve it and what are the uh, mistakes we have done here. So that will be helpful for us and others in future.
Okay, so thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. The webinar is quite helpful for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, everyone. Goodbye. We will meet again with another webinar. Thank you.